I'm fixed up.
866-99-SIRIUS, 866-997-4748 is the number to call. And folks, we're up on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. All make it plain. Joining us now, White House correspondent April Ryan is here with us, and we're of course very, very happy to have her. April, God bless you. Good morning. Happy Martin Luther King Jr. weekend. This is another unbelievable past 24 hours we find ourselves in, don't we?
But let me say this to you. This is a Martin Luther King Jr. weekend. It is a Martin Luther King Jr. weekend. And not only that, and this White House is going to do something today. This president is doing something. I'm pool duty today. I'm on my way in. And I'm going to be in the room where the president is, whatever he does on Dr. King. There's irony. But not only that, tomorrow marks my 21st year with the American Urban Radio Networks as White House correspondent for a time such as this. And my heart is full, but it's about reporting the facts.
So what is he doing today? How is he observing?
I'm sorry. What did you? I'm driving. I got.
You said he's doing something today. Do we know what it is? How is he observing the Martin Luther King?
I have no clue. But he's gonna. It's an 11:30 event, so I will be there reporting, and I have no clue. And what I'm getting now is that he's trying to say he never said it, but there are multiple sources saying he did. This is not playing well for him, and this is just ugly. I can't say, I've gotten so mmany calls from so many different people, and one person who's a major influencer in our community said, this is about the underbelly of the nation. He's just reflecting the underbelly, and the person is right. It's a sad day.
It is. It is. And this is not the first time he has said this. I mean, he's made disparaging comments recently about Haitians having AIDS and Nigerians living in huts. So
right, and that was to reporters, and he said, "Oh no," because he likes to call us fake. But when you have congressional leaders, credible congressional leaders, or sources saying, "Oh, he said it," who are you going to believe? Who are you going to believe? The track record of this president with his truth-telling, or a congressional leader who is a politician who you haven't heard any kind of things about them lying before. They may spin, but you haven't heard lies. I don't know, sometimes things, but I don't know. This is just a mess. It's just a mess.
So he's tweeted this morning that was not the language used. The White House didn't really push back against it last night, but he's tweeted this morning.
But he's upset this morning after watching TV. And during his executive time before he goes into the office at 11 a.m.
What's your posture? What will be your posture, April Ryan, at the White House briefing with Sarah Sanders today?
Oh, there's not going to be a briefing today.
Oh, it's not going to be a briefing today.
No. My posture has been my posture all along. What I'm saying on TV, asking, first of all, these people come from S-holes or wherever they come from. And then you got people that, what is the definition of this? They come from, why do you not want them coming? Because they come from S-holes. These people are people who contribute to society greatly. And last night on TV, I read a study from the Center for American Progress on the 5 facts about black immigrants. And number 3, we are the most educated. Africans are black immigrants, it says, are the most educated group of immigrants over any other group of immigrants. So, and contributors to society. So why are you making this statement?
Yeah.
And then it's, the facts matter. So those kind of things. I mean, what you've been hearing from me and hearing from me for the last 21 years tomorrow is the same thing. That's my posture. It's not a posture. It's just asking questions.
Right. Well, that's what I meant. How are you going to approach it? I mean, maybe Posh was the wrong word. So the question I had from my audience this morning was, is Donald Trump the most overtly racist president in your lifetime? If not, who is? Can you answer?
And before we do that, and I'm so thankful that I asked Hillary Shelton of the NAACP this yesterday.
Uh-huh.
I said, what's the definition of racist by the NAACP? And I'm going to say this again. I said, Hillary, what is the definition of racist by the NAACP? Because we throw that word around. You know, I was accused by Senator Steve King of Iowa, that I was supposedly, Congressman Steve King, that I was supposedly calling him a racist. I said, I never called you a racist. And that was during the summer, during the convention. But his words were very inflammatory. And now with this, people saying the president's racist. And so I said, I need to get a definition. And this is where we put it together. This is the equation for racist, according to the NAACP, where racial prejudice and power meet. That's the definition for racist. Where racial prejudice and power meet.
Right. Right. That's right. That's right. April Ryan with us, folks. Congratulations on your 21 years. But has this is of all the presidents you covered, is Donald Trump, you think, the most overtly racist?
I have never covered anything like this in my life. Never, ever, never, never. I've never been attacked by any administration like I have from this administration. Never, ever, never. Is he a racist? The definition of racist is when racial prejudice and power meet.
There it is. There it is. There it is.
That's according to the NAACP. So if the NAACP's definition stands, I guess you would say he is.
April Ryan with us.
I'm not making that up myself. I'm not.
Well, no, that makes sense. I mean, because, I've had callers, a couple of folk called me this morning and want to debate the issue with me. But, people can be prejudiced. Anybody can be prejudiced. But everybody
have to have the power to suppress
the power to be racist, right?
It has to. You have to have the power to suppress, and that's what makes me angry when I hear the calls from white people telling me that I'm a race baiter and I'm a racist. I don't have the power to suppress you.
Right.
I am not withholding you. I am just shedding light on some very dark spaces and giving you fact, not feeling.
Yeah.
And then you say that I am not a racist.
Yeah.
My friends of all races and colors and religions will tell you I'm the most loving person. But when it comes to being a black woman, taking off the hat of journalism and just being a black woman who's just lived in America, I felt the sting of racism in my 50 years.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
And I'll call it out. Because if you don't call it out, they'll keep doing it.
That's right.
That's not racist. That's calling it out. And that's not being wrong, like the president said, in Charlottesville, both sides were wrong. Oh, no.
Many sides. That's what he said.
Many sides, yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got it.
How the girls doing?
The girls are great. Thanks for asking. They're great.
Okay.
My oldest is trying to drive now.
Oh, goodness. Oh, my goodness.
And my youngest loves to make slime, so we're good.
Wonderful. Well, again, April, happy. And people don't realize, I almost forgot. Today is the anniversary of the earthquake in Haiti.
8 years. 8 years.
So he said that on the eve of the anniversary.
Yes.
But now, of course, he's saying he didn't say it. He didn't use that language. So we'll see.
Because the backlash is so fierce on this. The backlash is terrible.
Just before I let you go, there's a caller who wants to ask you a question. Lee's in Florida. Lee, God bless you. Good morning. Get ready for impeachment. Happy Martin Luther King Jr. weekend, Lee. What's your question for April, real quickly?
Good morning, April. Big fan. Would you please track down Tim Scott of South Carolina, asking why he gave such a lackadaisical response, saying it was "quote unquote" disappointing, while Representative Love from Utah demanded an apology. I am disgusted with Tim Scott.
1 second. I got you. But let me say this to you. I hear you, but I'm going to say this to you, and I want you to listen. Tim Scott is upset from what I'm hearing. He is very upset, along with Jim Langford. They have these Sunday conversations to try to heal the racial divide. I would not be surprised if you hear more from him, because they're wanting to talk to me, I'm hearing, and we're just trying to set up the conversation to talk because they're flying or whatever. But trust me, this is not sitting well. And in December, I was at the Jack Kemp Foundation event, and they were talking about issues of race. Langford was talking about how it was a heart issue, and so was Scott. And Scott talked about there are 52 million people who are in distressed areas in this nation. They are talking about the heart of this. They're not having, trust me, I believe this is not even 24 hours old. And trust me, I'm hearing more and more because they're trying to reach out to me. Langford and Scott work together on trying to heal this racial divide. It's not over yet. And Mia Love, and I get you, I hear you, but I'm waiting. But if in 48 hours I don't hear more from Tim Scott, I would be shocked. But I believe.
Well, please stay on this. Please stay on this.
I am
and again, I'm a huge fan. I love your work. Keep up the fight.
Thank you, Lee. Thank you, Lee. Thank you.
April, you are our eyes and ears and voice in that White House. We all love you, and we all congratulations on 21 years.
Thank you.
I'm afraid of what he's going to do today. So he's observing Dr. King today and not Monday. Is that
right? Because I believe it's a federal holiday and everybody's off, so I don't even know if the White House will be open. So the workers probably won't be there. So
All right, April.
I know.
Be strong.
And then in a couple of weeks is Black History Month. Let's see if Frederick Douglass walks around doing something too. So,
right, he's doing great things. Frederick Douglass finally being recognized.
Yes.
All right, April. Be careful on the road. God bless you today, and be strong. Okay, you always are.
Thank you. I will say this to all of you. Pray long and hard for me. Don't hug me when you see me. Just pray long and hard. That's all I got to say.
Happy anniversary and happy Martin Luther King weekend,
Mark.
Okay?
Take care. You too. Take care. Bye-bye.
All right. Take care. 866-99-SIRIUS, 866-997-4748. Paul's in Delaware. Paul, God bless you. Good morning. Get woke. Get ready for impeachment. And happy Martin Luther King Jr. weekend. Go right ahead.
Hi, I think I heard you agree with that definition of racism as it needing to have power.
Yeah, that is a definition.
So if a farmer in Iowa hates black people, or one of your callers calls in and hates black people, you can't call him a racist because he doesn't have any power?
No.
That doesn't make any sense. You don't need power to be a racist.
Well, no, that's not. Just let's be clear. There's individual racism and then there's systemic racism. If you are a beneficiary of the systemic racism, which applies power to the oppression of others, and you don't decry it, you are a racist. If you are a farmer in rural Iowa and you hate black people, of course you're a racist. But at the same time, as a white person, because racism is synonymous with white supremacy, as a white person, you are still a person of privilege. Even if you're poor, you still have more privilege than a black person and are a beneficiary of racism. So it's not just about people running their mouths and saying what they're saying and it being benign. Racism and white supremacy are synonymous, and it's global.
I just have a problem with the power. The need to have power to make it a person a racist.
Well, here's the problem.
Lots of weak people with no power are racists.
Well, right, but here's what happens though. If you don't identify, you're right. You really have to identify the power dynamic and the global dynamic, because if you don't identify that, you have people like call me up and say, "Oh, black people." People called up this morning and said Barack Obama's a racist. and we know that's not true. Or I'm a racist, and we know that's not true. So it's power, but it's also the universality and the globalism of it. So that the rural farmer is a racist and learned how to be racist because of the systemic racism that has the power. If I'm making any sense. So he's not off the hook. You're right. He's not off the hook. You're right.
I just think the NAACP definition needs more definition on racial prejudice than an emphasis on power. Anyway, just thought it was worth talking about. Have a good day.
No, it is worth talking about. I appreciate it. What's your reaction to Trump and what he said?
He's stupid.
Yeah, to say the very least, huh? To say the very least. Happy Martin Luther King Jr. weekend.
Thank you. Take care.
Yeah, I know. I said April and I just talked about it. Rich is in Long Island. Rich on Long Island. Richard, God bless you. Good morning. Get woke. Get ready for impeachment and happy Martin Luther King Jr. weekend.
Same to you, Mark. Love your show, and I'm a first-time caller. By the way.
Welcome.
Just want to tell you that I am heartbroken that we have a racist president like Trump. I won't even put the two words together. I grew up in Brooklyn for 45 years in a mixed area, and I thank God I love everybody. You know, the meaning of life, the purpose of life is to pay it forward, to help everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And we are genetically 99.9% the same. You and me, Mark. You and me, I'm black, I'm white, I'm Muslim, I'm Jewish, I'm Baptist, I'm Asian, I'm Puerto Rican, I'm Haitian. We're all the same. The difference, we may have different color hair. Yeah, you might be taller, I'm shorter. But Trump doesn't get it. Racism is so terrible, not just for the people that it affects. It's bad for everybody himself. It's not, you have to be spiritual in this world. I could literally cry. I've been crying almost all morning and composing myself to call you because we have to stand up. The liberals, the moderates, the Republicans, this is not acceptable. We have to wipe out the Republicans in the next election and get rid of this Trump and get back to where we were with the best president we ever had, Obama. Elegant, smart, loving, compassionate, a great singer, a great dancer. I mean, boy, do we miss Obama.
A great singer, a great dancer. Okay.
Yeah. It's heartbreaking. It just is. And we're going to stand up. And I love your show. I listen to you every morning, and you give me empowerment. And I'm with you 100%. I'm standing with you, and we all have to stand together. We have
I'm standing with you. How are you spending Martin Luther King Jr. weekend?
I'm going to pray. I'm going to pray. I'm going to pray that we all heal because we need healing. That's what we have to do.
Yeah.
That's how I'm going to spend it.
All right, man.
And I love you. And
love you too.
Keep up the good work, Mark.
All right.
And we got to be woke.
We do. Stay woke. Get woke. Enjoy Martin Luther King Jr. weekend, okay? Take care now.
Thank you, Mark.
Kamaru's in Ohio. Kamaru, God bless you. Good morning. Get woke. Get ready for impeachment. And happy Martin Luther King Jr. weekend.
And happy Martin Luther King weekend to you too, Mark. I got two major complaints. One is the Republicans. This is not just Donald Trump. This is the Republican mantra. But they're not upset with Donald Trump because he feels this way. They're upset with him because he said it out loud where there's no plausible denial. That's why they're upset with him. Not they were going right along with his idea of deporting these Haitians who were here because of the earthquake. They were going right along with that. They were going right along with his idea of deporting these people from El Salvador. So they're not upset with Trump because of the racist things that he does. It's that he is stupid enough to come out and say it. But the other issue is, so this racism is relative to the Republican Party. And the other thing is the Democrats. Why is Senator Durbin was in there? Why didn't he get ahead of this thing before Trump could come out and say he didn't say it? Why didn't he get ahead of it and come out and say he absolutely did say that?
I'm not sure what he may have been one of the sources, because I'm not sure who actually was the source for saying it. I think we probably know he said it because of the Democrats in the room.
Okay, but so why can't Senator Durbin come out publicly and say on television, yes, he said this, because he's representing us, and in representing us,
well, he
has an obligation to defend us.
Is 827 the morning after? I mean, how do you know he's not?
Okay, I don't know that. But Trump is already saying he didn't say it. Durbin has not said, yes, he did say it. So that's that. But let me, if I may, let me give your previous caller an example of why racism has to deal with power.
Quickly.
When
30 seconds.
When I was in growing up in West Virginia, right. My father was a coal miner.
Uh-huh.
He could not be a supervisor, even though he could read and write, and his white supervisor could not. He had my father, this white supervisor, and I've seen this with my own eyes. He had my father read his instructions that he was to give to the miners. Now, I saw that.
Yeah, I got you. But look, man, I gotta run. I gotta run. I'm sorry, my time is up. I gotta pay a bill. How do you know it's time to switch to Dish and get their award-winning voice remote? If you've ever missed kickoff because someone was fumbling with the remote, it might be time to switch to Dish. If you think it's weird that finding your favorite teams, movies, or shows means navigating a maze of menus and buttons, it might be time to switch to Dish. That's because Dish is different. They're making it easier than ever to get to the TV you love. And with the new powerful Dish voice remote, you just say what you want and it's on. With technology like that, it's a better time than ever to switch to Dish. To learn more, 1-844-CALL-DISH, go to dish.com or visit a local retailer near you. Requires internet-connected hopper. Other restrictions apply. For full details, 1-844-CALL-DISH. Dish tuned into you.
Boom.
Perfect. Those of you we're leaving the stream, so join us on the radio. Sirius XM Progress 127. Join us right now.